This your girl Bree coming back at you with Reddetruth TV. Welcome to all my channels. Today I'm just chilling, maxing and relaxing. As you can see, need to get up, but I want to do a little short video, and I want to talk about the past, how we need to not let our past define our future. And when I say that, I mean negative in a negative way. So if you are reflecting on your past, that's a whole different story. It's the difference between reflecting and dwelling. And when you dwell, you can bring that past into your now, and then also into your future. So dwelling and, like I said before, reflecting are two different things. Reflecting is when you just go back in your mental and reflect on the different stages, the different experiences, the different things that you learned, both positive and negative. But me per se, I always like to take the negative and look at it positively, because that can be done. So with that said, the past, let's leave the past in the past. And in order to leave the past in the past, you must forgive self first. That's number one. First, forgive self for anything and everything that you went through. Hurt, pain, suffering, all the same thing. Whatever mental trauma that you went through, and it left an imprint in your subconscious mind, your brain, these are the things that we must begin to heal. Okay? And in order to heal these past hurts and past fears, past anything negative, you must begin to deal with self. You must start to be aware of the patterns of your past. So I'm basically speaking to whoever is bringing their past into their now, into their future. In order to um, in order to not do that, you must heal. You must be aware of the patterns. Okay? So when I say aware of the patterns, I'm saying if you we're in a relationships, we're gonna look at it around relationships. So if you were in a relationship with one person and he verbally abused you, and he would really just talk down on you, but he tells you that he loves you, okay? And things get bad, and then finally you have enough strength to move on. But when you move on, you're attracting, you meet another man, he's great at first, and then it's the same thing. Verbal abuse, mental abuse. So we're gonna you go through that pain, you go through that hurt, and then again, we'll do it 3 times. You go to the third person, and it's the same exact thing. In order to be aware, you have to see those patterns. You have to see those. It's the same thing, but it's just a different person. And that's how things happen in our past. And if we're not aware, they'll continue to happen. So, with that said, we need to understand how to keep the past in the past, but only reflect on the past for our moment as of now and our future, you know? So those examples that I gave you, that is patterns. And you must be aware of the patterns in order to break the patterns. So after that third person, I'm going back to the story, after that third person, and now you've you're starting to see, you're starting to be aware. And once you're starting to be aware and you're starting to understand, now you starting your healing process. Your healing process has started because now on that third person, you're aware. It took you a minute, but you're aware. And sometimes it takes people a whole 10, 15 years to really understand it. So that's why I'm helping you understand on how to be aware of the cycles. And the cycles intertwines with the past. And in order to break cycles dealing in any aspect of your life, including relationships, is number one. Because relationships are like the biggest part of your life. You have social relationships, you have friendships, you have acquaintanceships, you have so many workships. We're dealing with people every single day. Okay? So with that said, in order to interact with people and have healthy relationships, we must heal. We have to heal from the past, from the turmoil, from the drama, from the childhood things that were traumatic to us. And it's easier said than done, but it can be done. So with that said, when we finally realize the patterns and we start to heal and we wake up and understand that this is not healthy, this is not the right thing, this is not what I need to be doing. I am aware. I'm really understanding self. And in order to let the past go, forgive the past, you have to understand self. So with that said, awareness. Always be aware of the whatever cycles that are going on in your life. You have to be aware. You have to. Okay? And so once you're aware, now you begin to be able to really see yourself in whatever moment in the relationship. You start to see yourself. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, now that you're aware of certain things about self, now you can begin to understand self. And then once you start to understand self and love self, now you're healed and you're ready. You're ready to love. You're ready to be happy because you're happy with self. So in order to stop living in the past, letting go of the past, you have to, in order to have a great future, you have to. So if there's anyone out there that is listening to this and it seems like your past just won't go away, your past just won't stop like knocking on the door, it's because you have to be aware of what's going on with self, around self, and in self in order to really let go of the past and forgive. And know that without the past, I couldn't be who I am today. And in order for you to be who you are, you got to know that your past was your past, and your past made you who you are today. So if you're in a great space, your past has made you who you are today. And you're only supposed to reflect to set the bar of where you are now. Okay? And for my people that are not there yet, I encourage you to forgive your past. Let your past be your past. Your past spoke for you in your past. Now let your past speak to your, let your past speak for your future. Meaning, yes, I have a story, her story, his story. But that story only made me who I am today. So, with that, I'm going to leave it here. You can handle the truth. The truth will make you think. Peace, love, happiness, and light. Like, share, subscribe, and really just tap into the now. Okay? The only time you reflect and deal with anything is in the past is when you're reflecting. We are not going to look at the past anymore, and we're not going to look at the past anymore and feel sorry for the past and feel regretful for the past and feel defeated by your past. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to look ahead, look forward. Don't look back. The only time to look back is to reflect. But you got to get in a place, in a strong place, in order to be able to reflect without falling back into the past. You must do that. So with that said, I'm going to leave it at that. I know I said that before, but I had to get that out because I needed to get that out for you guys. I love you. Peace, love, happiness, and light. Thank you.